Dun 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 ba da 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 da. Don't be fooled by the top of the league. I'm still on the top of the league. SB gonna hate because he ain't me.
I heard if you say Casemiro 3 times in the mirror, an Arsenal fan will come out from behind.
What did they say?
Antony, because that's all they do is troll Antony. Like it's like you would have thought Arsenal signed Antony. Is it because they got like some personal thing because of Pepe? They think, oh, like
I think Real Madrid fans have already popped up as well.
We got to jump on this Antony thing, like oh look, like you haven't heard Man United fans complaining about him as much as Arsenal fans are. Like.
Hey, you know what? Come to think of
It's
it,
mad.
now it's actually licking me. Yeah, I've been hearing bare chat about Antony, and none from.
I think it's ghosts of Pepe past. I think.
Yeah. How did as United fans? How's it Antony making? What's the midway?
We're halfway there. I think that he's probably fallen short in terms of expectation a little bit. I personally think someone coming from Eredivisie at he's 22. I was expecting like him not to hit the ground running, but then when you look at like the numbers and compare it to people that have been signed recently for like similar fees, it's not that bad, and it's not like he hasn't shown signs in big games. I think he fades a bit, but yeah, you're gonna get that. I think he's signed as more of a project, but yeah, when you got that price tag,
Signed as a project.
the vultures, what
22.
Guys.
What do you expect at 22?
you thought Antony
guys.
signed from
Who's here
Eredivisie
now?
was signed to
No,
it up this year?
It's not so much where I just don't think that you spend 85 M's on projects. That's just my opinion. That sounds far-fetched.
Chelsea's been doing it for the last 3 weeks.
Because you're mad.
Yeah, and we all agree that this guy Todd is moving a bit unusual. Yeah or no?
but I think the frequency at what he's doing it. Yeah.
Guys, can we intro the show properly?
Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers. You're here with the greatest football podcast on earth. My name is Walks. This is SB. This is Scorch. And this is top of the league, Jess.
Nope.
No.
Wrong and strong.
Sorry, wrong and strong. I was wrong.
And I'm strong.
And I'm strong too.
I'm top of the league.
For those of you who are new to the show, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. And for those of you who have been here before, welcome back. Where were we? Antony.
Scorcher said something mad. You do not spend £85 million on a project. Have you not seen skyscrapers that cost?
Come on, man.
Sorry.
The city. Have you seen the city Neom in Saudi
Exactly,
Arabia?
exactly.
That's a big project.
But they're billions. No, I think if I was a United fan, I wouldn't be happy with what he's produced so far. But there's definitely scope for improvement with Ant. Yeah, there's definitely scope for improvement.
I like Antony personally. Like I find him entertaining. Like whenever I seem to watch him, he's nutmegging guys.
Yeah, I remember you said
I love it. But then
last week.
I realised like when I was vibes in watching Antony one game. I can't remember what game it was yet. Because he'd done at least 3 nutmegs and they were sick. And then I went in one group and then SB was just in there with some of his other Man U fans saying Antony's rattling me.
Okay.
I was like, what's going on? I'm loving this. But then it made me realise what he's offering is
what's needed
vibesy rather than
End product.
yeah. And I don't really give a fuck about Man U's end product, but I do enjoy vibes. It's that kind of thing.
Right, Vibesman Silk.
I don't know what that means.
I wouldn't be happy with what he's doing at Arsenal.
He's a system player.
Yeah.
He's been brought for a system.
I'm
You
just
should
saying-
know systems the most. As
I'm
you've
just
got
saying, SB.
Super Mikel Arteta, who is the king of
I believe that
all
regardless of
systems.
what you say, my point still stands. With what he's done at United, if you put that into the Arsenal team, me as an Arsenal fan, I would not be happy.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
why
that's
that's
in the
why you lot
Arsenal
didn't
team,
like
yeah.
Pepe.
Yeah, I'm not saying that
That's
at
why
Arsenal,
you lot
I
did.
think that's revisionism. I feel like Arsenal fans did like Pepe,
Nah,
and then now he's gone. It's like we
Pepe
didn't
went
like
22
Pepe was okay. Like,
no, I don't know anybody on earth that liked Pepe. Just me.
I know a few Arsenal fans. that
I
like
am saying as well,
Tell you
SB.
what, he got 11 goals.
yeah.
He got 11 goals in the.
Yeah.
What I was
Wait,
saying,
hold on, wait. You lot know bare people that like Pepe?
Yeah.
What about you?
Arsenal fan.
Apparently so.
Did you like Pepe?
When we first signed him, and then
He had 4 years.
second year.
Oh no,
was
no.
hope.
Maybe I'm wrong then. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point you liked him.
Yeah.
I thought he was calm.
And I liked what he did in France, so I was expecting like him to hit the ground running at some point. I don't think it worked out under Emery, and then obviously Arteta came in, didn't like him, but he scored like some important goals. Come off the bench, he was much better than what was there previously.
And this is the path that Antony's on currently.
I probably wouldn't compare them. I don't think they're like exactly the same. I think they're just both side. They play on the right hand side. I don't think. I don't think they play the same. I think the comparison is due to the price.
I mean, like the price and I mean like the price and what they're bringing to the table.
Delivering. Yeah, I think the Antony
obviously
analysis
with the P, you want a lot,
scrutiny it's a bit like if you look at contributions and stuff like I've said that the first thing I said is he hasn't hit the heights that I wanted, but then I do see like his value. He doesn't lose the ball. He might not be like flying wing or going down the outside, but I think he does well to carry the ball up the pitch. Got an assist against Reading. It's like a decent assist regardless. But yeah, I think overall not hit the heights, but I don't think that he's going to be a flop. That's how I look at it.
No, I don't see.
Think is there flop? Is there flop? Is flop
No,
in there?
I don't see any kind of flop.
I think
If Antony stays at this trajectory for the next 4 years, good or bad?
he's not going to stay at this trajectory.
No, I'm going to ask another question afterwards.
I'd say bad. Over 4
So,
years, yeah.
But how much more has he got to improve for it to be good?
On the eye.
No, I'm talking about numbers wise.
No, because his numbers aren't really that bad.
Yeah, numbers wise, I don't think it's bad.
If everyone actually
3
done
goals,
what they do
4
and
assists.
says, look at numbers, he's got what 5 in 20 games altogether. So that's what 1 in 4 in all competitions for a winger. It's not the greatest.
But it's not bad.
Richarlison's got no goals and he's got 60 million.
We're getting
That's
there.
not true.
No, what?
Everyone does this. They like to be.
He scored in the Champions
not
League
got-
because he cried.
They like to ignore.
He's
They
scored
like to
he's scored
ignore.
2 goals in the.
No,
2
but
goals
there
in the
is 2
Champions
goals.
One
Stop
game.
every-
It's like
No, no, no,
Sunday.
no.
Stop lying.
But when
No, you lot are liars.
When-
all of
Just
us?
because he ain't scored in the league.
All of us?
Wait,
Man, he scored no goals. I get it. He's bleeding.
When,
He costs a lot of money.
when Antony was scoring 3 and 3 in his first 3 games when he came to United, it was all
And the performances have still been like
the same.
similar. Yeah,
It's the same performance. When he was scoring
Just
against
without-
Arsenal and was
or
beating you
then he
guys,
scored against
he was
City or
performing the
whatever.
same.
Yeah.
You beat Arsenal.
When he was performing the same against Arsenal.
So yeah, it shouldn't
United beat
really
Arsenal.
change. Like it should just be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? People weren't feeling him, or they were?
No, he scored 3 in 3 or whatever it was, and everyone's like, "This Antony guy's he's living up to the price tag."
He's alright.
But then the way he's playing,
Is that what people
was
saying?
similar. Yeah,
Scoring
I'll
finishes
find my
against
WhatsApp. So
Man
I've got him.
He's been saying from the first second Antony got on British shores. How long do you reckon it's going to be before everybody understands he cannot go on the outside? He's been saying that.
Fair.
So I just ask questions, but
He also said Rashford was trash. And
Yes.
I'm getting there as well.
We're
I'm
mad.
getting there as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
I'm
The
getting
guy
there.
is humble,
We
bro.
can't. We can't just keep.
but yeah, Antony.
I like him though.
I like him.
Yeah, I think it's the club he plays at. The price tag leads to a lot of the scrutiny, but yeah, I think the scrutiny is coming from people who would like to see his career go the same way that Pepe's unfortunately went, because
I
Pepe is
don't.
off.
Do you know what it is as well? Like more than anything, like it's not like man are trying to make it be about the individual rather than the collective. When
Yeah,
this is actually it.
and the Ten Hag actually said, and it has been fact so far. Prior to no, it actually remains fact. When we played against Crystal Palace, and he came off, we had no one to hold the ball. Christian Eriksen was bleeding, but they use Antony as someone to keep the ball. He came off against Arsenal. We lose the game. Like his record when he plays United, I don't think they lose bar the Man City game.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's
So
Antony.
then what
I
happens
guess it's Antony.
when you have a fully fit squad? So
He starts.
Rashford, yeah. So who starts?
He does.
Yeah, who else I'm talking about?
What? Antony
Across the
Rashford.
front three.
Yeah.
Rashford and Weghorst.
Oh, Weghorst
Who else-
is the,
who else is
is the
knocking-
number 1, number 9.
Who else
He's
is
the only one that's
knocking at the
fucking
door?
fit.
Bro, I know, I'm just asking.
Martial.
I just want to know who else is knocking at the door.
I was
It could be
asking.
Martial. It could be.
No, Martial would be the number 9 if he was ever fit. But
That's what I was saying.
He's
Everyone
not
was
fit.
was fit.
Yeah, Martial, Rashford, and Antony.
Not Weghorst.
No.
I feel like
that was
sorry.
I feel like Ten Hag is slowly losing his patience with the Martial thing. which is my personal belief. Weghorst is fit. He's available. He completes all of his passes.
Do you know how rattling it is to hear one of the things on the list of why a man is playing is fitness?
Yeah, bro, like that should be. But
like,
what is it?
Weghorst is fit shouldn't be on the criteria.
They say, what is it? One of the most overrated abilities is availability.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie though, I like Weghorst though, you know.
Yeah, he's coming in.
I'd actually take him on the Perm for
as a backup. For
Osimhen
or Kane.
For Osimhen or Kane.
He gets his role.
Yeah, he's doing his,
Does his job.
his thing. Yeah, man, I'm happy with where Antony seems to be going. And I think it's very early. But obviously the vultures, the scrutiny in the Prem, it's like no other. Nowhere to hide.
Do you know what I wanted to say? Do you know who else is kicking on? Wan-Bissaka is finding his way. And do you know what I think is a crucially important component to that?
What's that?
Not playing next to fucking Victor Lindelof.
You say this a lot.
And I've been saying this for quite some time. And do you know what I noticed? We all agree, that Eric Ten Hag has come in and helped to maybe coach the team.
Yeah, he's coached. Yeah, loads of examples.
And maybe take a more tactical approach to things. And
Wan-Bissaka playing as an inverted fullback, standing in the middle of the park. We'd never ever see that before.
But you know what's interesting? I see him play the same back four that I seen Solskjaer play, but he swapped Lindelof and Maguire. So Lindelof doesn't play next to Wan-Bissaka anymore. And strangely, Wan-Bissaka's performances are also seeming to improve.
Yeah, I feel like...
I'm not saying it's solely that's the issue.
Yeah,
I do think that's part of it.
I think that's such a rare case nowadays, unfortunately, for Lindelof, because Varane is number one as it stands.
The Rolls Royce.
How much minutes has Varane played recently, SB?
Probably 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because he's a Rolls Royce.
Cotton wool, man.
Can't take the Rolls Royce out.
Wool.
See when it's raining outside, you don't take the Rolls Royce out. Even though you got the umbrella. You got the umbrella in the door. You don't want to get the umbrella wet for some English rain.
It's a good rotation, and it's good that we're able to do that.
Maguire fight
so far.
Maguire fight.
Yeah, what do we think of? Yeah, we're halfway through the season. Some of the other signings. So we mentioned Richarlison. Where are we at with Richarlison's contribution? At one point, I thought it was one of the greatest signings of the summer. I thought it was good in terms of the Kane load management. Doesn't have to play every game. Richarlison can play across the whole front three. He contributes massively at Everton. I was thinking with a better team around him, obviously he's going to flourish.
It's not him, man. I can't blame Richie, man. I want to blame Richie, but
and to be fair, he took a month off.
He's got 2 goals
due to the World Cup as well.
What I saw for him at Brazil and what I see for him at Tottenham.
Don't sound impressed.
2 different players. Not only that.
I don't know what they're not seeing it, are they?
What, 2 goals? He got 2 goals in the Champions League. He got 2 goals in the Champions League. Sorry, guys, but I'm rating him though because I don't think Conte is giving him a chance.
It's this. So for
Son.
50 plus add-ons raising to 60 million.
50 plus add-ons, yeah.
This is so rate 60, which probably will be trigger. This is what you get.
Can I tell you something?
Has he played though?
Can I tell you something? He's played enough.
You think I haven't.
Sorry, so wait, and this you get this.
An assist.
Yes, with the outside.
Can I
of
just
the
say, at any price, guys, at any price, even £1 million, that's not good enough.
Bro,
for Tottenham, for where they are and where they want to be, the reason why they are where they are is because this. Okay?
No, one second. If I swap them in,
you'll be exactly where you are on a different goal difference.
Right.
Don't think he's just getting little 15,
cameos,
20-minute cameos. Yeah,
I'll score you.
No, this. I don't.
How many starts has he got? How many actually starts?
No, you're missing.
I would actually want to know how many starts.
We can look into this, but you think that in Son's current form, or you can't even call it form, he might have been knocking at the door possibly, but it seems that
he's been he hasn't. He's either not been available.
That's it.
Or not been available, or he's played and nothing much. He works hard, he tries hard, he's a shit house, and that's all cool. I'm not saying he's a flop but
listen, what he's contributed is unacceptable. His lack of contribution has contributed to your league position.
Yes,
and no matter how much money you pay, it's not good enough for where Tottenham want to be.
Yes.
He's a letdown.
I guess we could speak on Basuma, but again, someone who hasn't really been able to get loads of
minutes
for whatever.
No, this is a lie. This is a lie. there's a myth.
Minutes.
There's a misconception.
Nah, Basuma can't
Yves
save.
Bissouma has been playing. Yves Bissouma has had chances, and Yves Bissouma hasn't taken them. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all.
See,
That's all.
Richarlison, I
He's had
can't even
chances.
say that.
Don't think that, like, you don't come to Tottenham and just start at the start of the season. Build your way in. When he's got his chances, he's stuck by the moniker of just it's bleed or concede.
Yeah.
That was SB.
Yeah.
Sorry, SB.
He sweat. Have you seen a sweat he brings on as well? The pitch, bro. Like he'll come on for 2 minutes, yeah. And his thing is, yeah. You know what his thing is, yeah. He's not even misplacing passes.
He's overrunning the football,
he's just
bro.
overrunning all the time. Like he makes a tackle, he overruns after the tackle. Even the tackle, he overruns into the tackle and gets a yellow card.
See when you're overrunning.
not good.
See when you're overrunning the football.
That's peak. And then
no
the
player
camera
that
will
used to
go
do
onto
that.
him once he
Jack
runs
Wilshere used
off
to.
the pitch with the ball. And then he's just drenched in sweat like he's done 120
Is
minutes.
it a case
after
of
eating.
big fish, little pond at
think it is.
Brighton, or is it like a?
Do you know
now
what?
he's in a
Like,
bigger-
if I was to say all of that, I'd just be chatting shit. I think maybe it's not perfectly ideal circumstances. It is a step up in quality and competition.
What's not ideal about the circumstances? It's in a better team, better manager.
Yeah, and they seem unhappy a little bit.
The team, the team.
Like for whatever reason, whether it's they want more, whether they didn't really want you, and everyone's jealous of Arsenal. Like that's just the reality. Like it's not vibesy.
And again, on that no vibes thing, Gary Neville, MP Gary Neville,
Yes.
recently mentioned that possibly Spurs need to, and Spurs fans who, for me, seem to be upset,
down in the dumps.
down in the dumps. It's not all gloom and doom. I don't understand why there is this feeling of like impending relegation or the club going into administration. You are
Fifth.
Was it 3 points or fourth, something along those lines? You're through in the Champions League. You're through in the FA Cup.
Yes.
Kane is having one of his better seasons in recent times. I don't understand why it's like such gloom and doom.
Because you know what is the media? Yes, just.
Yeah, when you finish, I'll
the
chime in.
football is terrible.
The going behind thing is
Are we
is
going to
mad.
excuse the fact that we've seen Tottenham concede 2 goals?
Was it 2 goals, 10 games
for like the
like
last
that, or
10
something like
games?
that?
Against not even against good teams as well.
Yeah,
Good
against
and
everybody,
crap teams.
against everyone.
It's actually
Anybody.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, anyone can
it's
get
not
you.
like they've been winning 3 or 4 in a row and they've lost a couple. Like they've been doing this thing for about.
And
10
also as well, I
games
think part of the reason is the expectation, because you expect to kick on every season. Last season they finished 4th, so you're expecting to kick on. You might still finish 4th, but improving
it's a
other
comeback.
areas. You improve in other areas,
I like that.
but there's been none of that.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's gone
we're at the
regressed.
halfway point,
It's
and it
regressed.
feels as if like the season is set to end. I think being in 5th place behind Arsenal, who are flying, Newcastle are doing amazing, Man City are always going to be there, and then United and Newcastle. I think Spurs are in like a half decent place.
but then
they're
you say
amongst,
that.
they're where they should be.
But you say that, yeah. I go back to when Chelsea fired Lampard, yeah. It's like they didn't see things improving. You look at Tottenham now, and you think like, are they really going to kick on, or is it going to be more of this to the end of the season?
Man United's kicked on.
Yeah.
They didn't expect that. Arsenal's kicked on.
Yeah,
Newcastle's
Son's
kicked on.
Son's died a death, so I think he could come back second half of the season and improve them. Kulusevski has been in and out of the team with loads of injuries. Kane's been doing this thing. Bentancur hasn't played for like a month or so. He's being like pushed back into the team now.
Literally,
He's starting to.
I don't
to
think
get
this
a
will
run
be
again.
like a second season.
I don't
push
understand
on.
why it should be so
I don't
gloomy.
think anyone's going to get any better or worse. See how they're performing right now?
That's it.
Every player, this is where they are now. So no one's going to miraculously get an upturn in form, and no one's going to drop because of the whole weird World Cup thing. We had the break already. We've had games after that. Like where we are now is essentially how it's going to pan out for us this season.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
I strongly disagree.
Well, there's one way
We should just end the season now.
clip it. We can clip the league table now, yeah, and then clip it in the season and see how much has changed. I don't think it's going to change much.
That's cool. I think you see, like with Tottenham, I think the main reason why, like answering your question, is just jealousy. It's like it's not like there's no way as a Tottenham fan that you're looking at your season and your club and your past last season and thinking to yourself, we need to like,
This is not on.
this is not on. What the fuck are you on about? This is more points than you normally have now. Like, why are you like?
Yeah.
Why are
Is
you?
it?
Yeah, this is not like.
I feel like it needs a
only
reframing,
people that
man.
aren't Tottenham fans, can make people think like this. Because I want to know what it is you're basing this off.
Yeah, where
Because what
should-
is it you're basing this off? Are you basing this off 500 and something days with no transfers on the Poch? Are you basing this off?
No away wins in like a year under Poch just before he left. Yeah.
What are we basing this off? Because to me, I thought we spent 100 and... If you add it all up, if you include the loans, 170. But let's round it down. Let's say it's 120. You spend 100 and, like, this is not what we do. Like, don't delude yourself and look around at other clubs that you think have got similar finances that are spending more.
Should be in a similar position. Yeah.
That's not what we do. So we're here in January.
A different January as well. Just reached the halfway point.
By the way, in my opinion, tell me if I'm wrong, I don't really remember any club having a better January than Kulusevski and Bentancur.
Better January signings, you say?
To my knowledge, I can't remember. There probably has been, but I just don't remember that. So I look at that transfer window, and then we get to here, and then the Tottenham fans are upset because we're 5th through in the Champions League, and we haven't signed man immediately off of the back of a World Cup, and are working our way through the transfer window. And then before the transfer window ends, Son is bleeding. We all know that.
Yeah.
We got a Son.
Signed Danjuma.
Yeah, we got a Son replacement. Danjuma, that skenged up Man U.
Yeah, and has done good things in Europe.
Yeah, 20-something games, 20-something goals in 52 games. Cool, whatever you think of that. It's on loan, it's free, whatever. But we've got our number one transfer target. This is not me saying to you, raw, it's lit at Tottenham. It's me not really understanding how a Tottenham fan. And the only thing I do think is I get like if man are saying raw, the style of play is just so clapped.
Yeah.
And I just think, well, nearly my whole life as a Tottenham fan, style of play's not really been a consideration because we always play good. Like, man laugh at us because it's only Tottenham.
Tottenham style of play, yeah.
Like Man U will come to Spurs and be losing 2-0 at half time.
They'll say, lads, it's Tottenham.
And then they will turn up in the second half we'll have a go, they'll have a go, and we'll come out worse. And that's normally it. But
it's the thing is I think it's because it's Conte as well.
Yeah, like,
so they're looking at Conte and they're looking at Conte like he's this messiah of a manager.
The expectation.
So the expectation is there, but really and truly, it's not really there.
Yeah, I feel like you probably need to. It needs a reframing because you've had Mourinho come in, who's a serial winner. It didn't click for him,
and it's the football.
Like, there's no guarantee that a top manager who wins stuff that comes in is going to go and win silver. Like, what silverware could they have won already?
This Tottenham team and buys and wins anything, really and truly.
No.
You're going to get bad football.
This is the guarantee.
And
the guarantee is if you don't buy him players, like, we're going around in the same circle. If you don't buy him players, he's not going to do Conte, is he? He's going to do the same thing that Jose did and the same thing that fucking Poch did. Just the same thing that Nuno did in a really short space of time. Come in, hit the ground running, it's lit.
What was Nuno's 3 games on?
Bro, they have a manager bounce, and then you see these same players, they just go back playing the same football. That's it. We're a year into Conte.
So is it the board then?
And now they look. I don't think it's in. I think we just need time. Like, you see this window, at the start of the window, Conte needed to leave. Conte out, Enoch out, Levy out, all this bad stuff. 29th day, you've got Porro. I'm seeing man celebrating and dancing on the internet. You got Danjuma, he's already scored a goal. Maybe we need to just chill with the fucking emergency and let the man do his work. I know it's not ideal. This is me as a Spurs fan. I don't really like that he ain't signing a contract. He's kind of muggy. He's making man look like a dickhead.
He doesn't need to stay there.
Yeah, but if you want to leave, because I think that is a massive... You see last season how he had a manager bounce here? I think him not signing a contract or not letting man know where he stands at times is maybe having the opposite impact.
Yeah, I'd probably raise the idea of if he comes out and says, I'm leaving at the end of the summer, the impact that has probably is worse than what we're seeing now, I think.
Yeah, so but also though, if you're leaving at the end of the summer, why don't you just leave now?
Contract, and do you see the job through?
No, I'm talking from my perspective, like as a Tottenham fan. I don't want to hear that. Like, I would much rather, me as a Tottenham fan, if your thing is right, I don't want to stay. That's fine. I would rather, if you don't want to stay, I'd rather you leave now and I start my new project earlier. That's me.
I think that creates much bigger problems because you end up with some interim guy. You might end up with Ryan Mason or a Ralph Rangnick type character.
I want my I wouldn't mind trying like what Chelsea did with Thomas Tuchel. I know it's a bit far-fetched, but
he is still available as well.
there's those options, isn't it? What we don't have to do is be depressed for another 18 games, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think the depression doesn't need to exist. If you take a step back, Spurs are
I understand, bro.
At par. They're
I actually
probably
understand.
where they should be.
When you're seeing football like that, bro, you're gonna be upset. It's the same with us when we had Van Gaal. At one stage, it was like, bro, this is horrible. It was a stage when we had Mourinho. We was looking at the football and we was like, bro, this is horrible. There's a time with Oli, we was looking at the football like, what is going on here? This is horrible.
But I think, you see with Spurs, I think it's a misconception,
You
though.
can only do horrible football
when you're winning.
when you're winning.
Right,
And no one wins playing horrible football anymore.
How horrible can the football be? Yeah,
And you're going to start saying stats of goals and all of these things.
That's
and
just
stuff.
my question.
I get it. But when you're,
Like-
are we not seeing on our eye how poor it is? Like, I get it, you're 2-0 down and it's much easier to fight back and to play better when you're 2-0 down. So of course you're going to be going for it when you're 2-0 down.
Who's got the most errors leading to goals this season?
No idea.
No,
I
I
think
Probably
it's,
I'm
I'm gonna say
Spurs. Yeah, Lloris on his own. No,
I'm
I'd
gonna
say
say,
Spurs.
I'm gonna say Leicester.
Who would you guess? Guess Lloris?
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you'd be fucking on the money.
Yeah.
That's errors leading to goals. What they're also not letting you know is just goals. Just goals. Not errors leading to goals. Just goal. You could have saved that, didn't save it. But man think that maybe this isn't part of it.
I feel
Lloris
like
isn't the
that
problem.
is a way.
You don't think Lloris is the problem?
That's not Conte.
Come.
That's not Conte.
No, my issue isn't like
Yeah.
with Conte. I don't have an issue with Conte.
Yeah. I just think the Spurs. I don't know. Funeral or what?
No, but fuck that, I'm
needs
mad
to
happy though.
it needs to be delayed. Man.
Like Pedro
Yeah.
Porro though, I want to speak about that. I'm quite excited.
You compared him to a Jadon Sancho in terms of start at right wing back.
Bro, I'm gonna keep saying it, and everyone's gonna keep thinking I'm mad, but they're gonna stop thinking I'm mad when it
They
hits.
actually understand. Yeah.
He plays like Jadon Sancho at right wing back,
Okay, hold on.
but faster.
Mate, Conte might have his right wing back, man. No more excuses, Conte.
So we're giving up on Jedediah Spence.
No, we're just sending him on loan.
That whole situation is quite sad. It started out poorly when Conte said he's a club signing, and I think the way he's been treated ever since shows that.
So Jedediah is going on loan. Is that agreed? Are we
No,
laughing there?
there's rumours here.
I believe so, yeah.
He'll be shipped out.
But, do you know what I
Stay
think?
close to his sister's Instagram. She usually has stuff to say.
Well, and lastly, because I want to say his name one more time. So Jedediah, Emerson Royale, and Doherty. Matthew Doherty, and Jedediah. Those.
None of them are right backs as well, are they?
No. Emerson's a right back.
So out of 4 of them, one of them's a right back.
He's a right back.
So
I think Jed Spence is a right back.
Yeah.
Who?
And he's young, so he can play wing back.
Who?
But this is.
Modern
Do
Jedediah.
you know what? Do you know what I would say though? Our board is definitely this is where you kind of need to get on the same page, because we're signing Porro, our number one target in January, and Jed Spence hasn't played. So maybe I'm going mad, but maybe Conte wanted a different right wing back, didn't get him, got Jed Spence, and has not played Jed Spence to prove a point to get the player that he wants. And maybe, it's like, you know what it's like? 2 wrongs don't make a right. But in this situation, two wrongs make a Pedro Porro at Tottenham. And I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah,
good thing.
yet to see, man. Seems
But it's fucked though.
Seems like that's what everyone was calling out. Oh, Conte needs his wing backs. Now he's got his wing back. We'll see how it
That's
plays
exactly
out.
what I was saying.
This
is what we're going to move the goalposts now,
because
because
now let's see.
needed
what he's
centre
gonna
back and a
say.
goalie.
I mean,
Are we-
how
That's
many
what you're gonna
windows
hear
does he need?
next. Is
And yeah,
No, it's the goal. It's the goal.
this isn't a Tottenham podcast. So
Yeah.
is there any more?
Wait, quickly before we
From the
go,
football
are we
world.
gonna do to Porro what we done to Neto? Pedro Porro. No.
Pedro.
I won't be. I need
Pedro
to see him.
Porro.
I need to see him play properly.
I need to hear.
He doesn't have Marcus Edwards. in
I
front
need
of
to
him.
hear. He's not Portuguese as well, man. So don't hit the same.
He's one of the
Porro.
finesse ones that you think's Portuguese, but the Spanish.
It's not.
That's Arabia's.
Jess, you mentioned Cody Gakpo in our group.
Whoa!
I feel that if it is too soon to go and speak about other players who signed in the summer, is it a bit premature to bomb on Cody Gakpo, the goal machine? The GA machine, who signed from PSV?
Where was it?
Can I speak on this one?
PSV.
I saw Cody Gakpo against Arsenal in the Europa League.
Also, you can say his name like this.
Yeah.
Cody Gakpo.
Paris.
Okay.
That's how a lot of
Paris
the
Saint-
pundits.
Cool. Yeah, so
6-year-olds as well.
I saw
Paris Saint Eindhoven.
I saw him at Paris at Philips. What are they called?
Paris
Philips?
Saint Eindhoven.
No,
That's
because
what
they're owned
PSV.
by Philips.
Yeah, Philips.
So I saw him at Philips against Arsenal in the Europa League.
It's quiet.
The first game extremely quiet. Second game against
Second was at the Emirates, right?
possibly
I think second was at
against the
Emirates.
BTEC Arsenal looked okay. At the World Cup, he looked okay. Like, yes, this is a good player. At no point did I say to myself, "Well, this is a good player."
Yeah.
Now sometimes I'm not. Yeah, but yeah.
Second
At no point did I say this is a good player. This is also a Liverpool player. At no point did I say that.
Okay, you don't think he's made for what's going on at Liverpool right
For
now?
heavy metal. No, for what Klopp needs.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
like when I think of a Klopp player, I think of Andy Robertson. Yeah, just running at you at full pelt. Yeah, I think of Jordan Henderson.
I told you, bro.
What?
That's all he does. I was saying to Squash, that's all Robertson does. Is
No,
just,
a full
No,
pelt.
no, we'll talk about Robertson in a second.
No, full pelt.
yeah, that's
yeah.
it. 100.
Sadio Mane's athleticism. I'm not seeing any of these things. Yeah,
Sadio Mane's brain.
that too, but a bit
Like
fire.
no one likes to speak about that.
About a man's brain, is that fire?
Lava.
Maybe not. But at no point did I say this is a Liverpool player, and so much so that when he signed for Liverpool, I think everyone was even surprised because it happened just like that. Yeah,
Yeah, it
No,
was
do you know what
a
happened?
theft.
When it happened,
Theft in the middle of that.
Ten Hag was sitting there and everyone just went like that.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, because they've got the same agent, so it was very embarrassing.
Yeah.
But Liverpool crept in middle of the night, grabbed
And
him
I
up,
think-
and said, "Yeah, let's go."
Yeah, and I think people, the part of the shock was we didn't see it coming, but the other shock was you've got like 11 players that are playing that same position already, like where he operates.
The general position.
That
Yeah.
one over there.
That
See
way.
that little. And I was
Quadrant.
so, like, it didn't make sense. So I'm gonna go as far because I like to go early, I like to go big and go hard.
Continue, just
Continue,
please.
man.
And say he's a flop, and he will be a flop.
Oh, raw.
Yeah.
I just
Go.
All of that just to say that. Sorry, guys. I was talking about 5 minutes.
that's
We've got to paint a
But
picture,
you're
man.
big
It's
and
a
hard, then
podcast,
flop.
man.
bro, I keep.
Sounds like a Friday
No, I
night.
just aired him. See Gakpo, yeah. I just keep asking everybody, like, what's he here to do?
Yes.
Bambi.
And
That's Bambi.
no one is really saying because I get.
Yes.
You know what
Bambi.
he's giving me?
Bambi.
He's giving me the same question
Strictly comes
that
dancing.
I didn't ever really get an answer to, and I'm kind of getting an answer to now at Besiktas. I used to find myself asking these
And
questions
Kunku?
about Dele Alli, and when I see Gakpo, I just see an academy version. This is not a bad. I'm not saying he's bad or good because we've definitely seen Dele Alli do sick stuff, yeah. But I just get a academy Dele Alli vibe, like a polished Dele Alli. Like he can play multiple positions, but he doesn't really seem
He's not going to excel.
at one.
Yeah. Also, as well, my thing for Gakpo is
Also, he played through the middle today, and he fucked up my accumulator because he didn't want to take any shot.
Yeah, they're saying that that's like part of the plan, possibly that he can
Firmino.
play down the middle as like a long term thing.
I think.
But yeah,
I
think
like
as it stands.
I like
yeah,
the
I'm not
thinking,
happy with that.
but if I look at Liverpool and give them a full strength team, no injuries, yeah, you're gonna play Salah off the right. You're probably gonna play Diogo Jota down the middle, yeah, and you're probably gonna play Luis Diaz on the left, yeah. Okay, you may play Nunez down the left or through the middle, yeah. I don't.
But now you're just thinking,
Where's Gakpo?
there's too many players on the pitch. Yeah,
I don't see me personally. I'm not a Liverpool person,
fair.
and I don't see where he fits into Klopp's plans.
Just out of interest, is Harvey Elliott ever going to play right wing?
Where's his actual position?
He's
Yes.
he's a
He's just
right.
everywhere.
No.
He's just everywhere.
He's a right
Bless him,
winger.
man. Harvey.
He's a.
He's
he's
a
not
right winger.
everything.
I thought he was a 10.
He's
a right
He's
winger.
very good at football. I don't think his long term thing should be like centre mid.
What is
But
he
then if
doing
you look at who's ahead of him, and Salah hasn't been in the greatest of form, but it's hard to dislodge a player such as Salah.
So maybe don't
even
play
regardless of
Harvey
how-
Elliott here, there, and everywhere, man. I know he banged the screamer the other day, but
Scored again
is
today.
he just getting lost? Because when Harvey Elliott first landed, I said, yo.
Yes, I said the same thing.
Because I didn't really care about, I don't care about.
You don't care. You hate academy football.
Yeah,
I actually care about it so much.
No, but that's a lie.
I put a lot of weight on it. Of course I do.
When I tried to speak to you about Ethan Mbappe just now.
No, he plays in the men's team.
But I was trying to talk to you about his youth team.
I'm talking about like
exploits.
players like Manu and Shea Lacey and Amari Hutchinson, like these kind of guys. Marcus Edwards when he was little Messi.
No,
I put time into this shit.
Wait, you know I don't care. I like Marcus Edwards a lot. Pick him up, but it starts at Sporting. Maybe Victoria.
Harsh. But yeah, Harvey Elliott, I think he probably will benefit from continuing to play out of position. I don't think we can charge him as much as we should. But yeah, it's tough. He's been thrown in out of position, and he's doing okay.
What do you call this? What do you call this?
Dragged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you call this?
Dragovic.
Yeah. At this round about the 60th minute.
That happens.
No, see round about the 60th minute, and your name.
That's okay.
And you're the best. The best right back to ever grace the game.
To be replaced by pensioner.
Hey guys,
Sorry.
that's cool.
Do you know
Pull
what?
that top of it.
It's tough playing against someone, and I guess we're moving on to FA Cup stuff. It's tough playing against someone who has studied dribbling
at uni.
their mastermind category. So like, if you go, what's your category? He said, dribbling, bro.
Right, no cap. There was a point.
Flat-footed as well when he.
The ball was bouncing today, yeah. Like it was like bouncing, yeah. And he done something like he did like a fake touch to go forwards, and and come inside, but it was more body than doing stuff. Like it was like with the shoulders.
One of the key takeouts from his thesis was that the better players don't look at the ball when they're dribbling.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's a fundamentalist.
He gets it.
You got to take this in, yeah. By the way, Mitoma, we're all on the same page. Let's not even bother this.
Is he the next to come off the conveyor
Production
belt?
line.
Yeah. Is he next to go?
Yeah.
Possibly so, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Liverpool now conceded, I think it's 8 goals to Brighton across 3 games this season. And they weren't thumped as much as they were about 2 weeks ago. No. But yeah, they were on the wrong end of the result again.
I've got an interesting.
They deserve.
They're in a weird place.
Dirty fuckers, man. Did you see them today?
The Fabinho tackle was probably.
They were a proper like Sunday.
The culmination of it all, and I think I spotted it in a preseason game against Man United. He's playing like he's got the flu.
Something's wrong with him.
It's bad, and he came off the bench. 2 minutes in.
2 minutes in,
fucking broken. One of the best prospects in the game's Achilles.
Shocking. He had the grimace on his face.
Yeah, he knew it.
He looked after like he was sorry, but it's like, bro, you've not gone for the ball. What are you sorry about, bro?
Bro, he had the look on his face here, like he was like, they're doing the slow mo now, innit?
It was an out of body experience still. And what was sad was he was walking around to Liverpool players to kind of console him or be on the same page, and they were kind of brushing him a bit. So it was a bit lonely, man. And I hate to see that for a player like Fabinho.
Hendo, I think that Liverpool stuff will bust me, like.
No.
It did though, because he never got sent off.
I thought you meant tennis former.
No, you know the guy that sits in the van that does VAR. The Liverpool guy.
It was tough.
The Liverpool guy.
I've got a really interesting quote. They asked Klopp his assessment of
You're expecting something insightful,
and he said
profound.
He said, you know, we're working on some things to try and stop conceding goals, and those things work, and then today we concede 2 set pieces, and that's not cool. That's not cool. I said, yeah. When we're here now, we've gone from Klopp talking about the
wind, the
floodlights, the grass,
the
floodlights, the fucking VAR switching off. The VAR can't see that Fabinho's breaking humans. We've gone from all of that and heavy metal, and I play heavy metal and all this stuff. I've gone to Klopp in the press conference dressing like a teenager, saying that's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool
for the TikTok generation. Yeah,
like, I want to hear. You see the Liverpool pundits that go sick. I really want to hear where they stand right now
with that,
because he's not even defending himself.
When sometimes you're a beaten man, and I guess sometimes you need someone to just help you and maybe take you out of I guess the onslaught, similar to what Tunji did for like Antony Yard yesterday.
That was good.
You need someone to step in. Yeah, someone help him. And they said to him, any January signings? He said, "There's no chance." So this is
that what he said?
Yeah, so I know Jess said it about Spurs and whatnot, and this is where we are now and where we'll probably end up. I find it hard. I find it hard for Liverpool to get out of this mire.
What did he say? This is where they're going to end up, yeah?
No, he said there are no activity in January. So I'd say I probably expect it to be like a similar type second half of the season for them.
Can we?
Which is unfortunate if you're a Liverpool fan.
That's great.
We're focusing too much on the negatives, though, man. Let's get to some positives. Mitoma's goal.
Yes.
Cold.
High level
First
of
touch
execution.
What about the second touch?
Second touch.
What about the third touch?
That was in the net.
He's gone. The first touch is reasonable.
Yeah, I'd say a 6.5. Yeah,
reasonable.
He
but
dummied him.
He used the opportunity created by the meaty touch to then.
He's coaxed Gomez in a bit.
Because you know why it's bonkers. That kind of touch is a over your head kind of touch, but he's up and he's got it. Look at it. He's got it like up and down in the back. This in the box,
2 touches,
and then volleyed it with the outside of the boot.
When you're hot, man. That chop that in the air that took Gomez out the game, which is just like unfortunate. He's had a tough season, man. But yeah, that execution of that goal is bonkers. The time for the second touch to the shot,
wow,
it's mad. Yeah. It's mad. It's mad. Great goal. And yeah, Brighton, man, they're flying. Moses Caicedo has been given some compassionate leave to speak to his siblings. 10 siblings.
10?
No, youngest of 10 siblings. He's trying to do it and put it on for his family.
Get rich or die.
And Brighton said, no, you're not going to go after Arsenal's bid, and obviously the interest from Chelsea. So he's been given time off, and he's arguably been one of their players of the season, and they still managed to get the result today, man.
Do you know what? I'm not so sure that I'm starting to look at Brighton differently because this is how it starts. You saying all that, and then you sign Basuma, and then you sign Cucurella, because at the start it's they lost Cucurella. They lost them. They tell you all these guys that they lost. Oh, they're most like our best player. We lost him. And then they play shit at your club, and they improve and play guys that will cost you.
It's all of a plan. It's all part of their massive plan.
Can I just say, with regards to Moses Caicedo, just done some numbers here. Yeah, he needs the money to feed his 9 other siblings back home. Do you guys know how much he's currently earning?
3K a week, man.
3,000, yeah? I thought it was 3.5, but can we go for 3.5?
Go 3.5, man. Let's be generous.
What do you guys think is the average wage in Ecuador per month?
I'm gonna say
£50
in dollars.
$300.
Close down.
No. I would say $79.
Not far away. SB?
50.
$480.
Okay.
So the yearly earnings in Ecuador is just shy of £6,000 a year. He earned that in 2 weeks on his current wages.
So he's saying,
but that's for what? But he's got 10 siblings, so you got a time.
And the average family size in Ecuador is that.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, you earn $480 a month in Ecuador, and still have to support 10 people.
Yeah. So and it's different. The price of living in Brighton is probably decent. They've got a nice nightlife and stuff. Yeah.
RD in that.
So yeah, I get it. Yeah, RD performing.
I'm saying get the bag, chase the bag,
get the bag.
But don't put out a comunicado official.
Yeah, how are you releasing that yourself? That was a bit scary.
Did he do
That
it?
was funny,
Do you reckon he did it by bureaufax?
I wouldn't be surprised. That was wild.
Yeah,
That's one of the coldest
that's a
moments in life,
throwback.
though.
But guys, Caicedo for 90 million.
Drugs.
The game's gone crazy.
21-year-old. The
Bro,
game's
how
been
many games has he
crazy.
played?
Thank you, because I was arguing with bare people,
game's been
trying
crazy.
to like make it make sense to me.
can't.
Like I don't know if I have no idea if Caicedo's worth fucking.
He's worth that to Brighton.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm saying I don't know if
He's worth
he's worth
60.
that.
He's worth 60 to Arsenal.
Oh, you know what's funny, yeah? Brighton, if you wanted to buy Caicedo and the club said 90 million, you'd laugh. You'd laugh and say, no, he's not worth that.
Crazy guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again.
If Brighton wanted to buy Caicedo from, let's say, Sporting Ecuador, yeah, and they said 90 million pounds, Brighton would laugh and say he's not worth that.
Bro, they would go to you with an opening bid of
300,000.
6.7 million euro.
No.
What was it? Was it 5 they got him for?
Oh.
Initially?
Oh,
I
they got
think,
him for
I
5
think it was around 5 or so, yeah.
But
Something.
I'm like the opening bid is going to be rudimentary.
Yeah, it's funny how life plays out, man. But thoughts are with him because Brighton said you can't come anywhere near the team until the transfer window closes, which is a bit
I rate it.
mad. Yeah,
Can I? Oh, we still got some more to go through. To be fair, but I was thinking like you see the way that they're working at the quotations for players at the moment.
yeah.
Am I the only person that's not really seeing it the same? Because
Mudryk.
I'm hearing Mudryk and I'm saying, what the fuck? I'm hearing Caicedo, I'm saying, what the fuck is happening there?
Yeah.
Enzo.
They're talking, and I think it's a thing called a black swan moment where, like, I think it was Mbappe's transfer where it throws everything like
That's
out of kilter.
Neymar.
But then I
Neymar.
feel like, Neymar, sorry. But then they're comparing, and the Shakhtar president was saying that Grealish and Antony are like the new
ones,
equivalents.
yeah.
So if those are like the benchmarks or the barometers, we have to work in that. And then now that's why people like Enzo being chased for like 100 plus.
Because I'm just like,
Yeah, the numbers are disgusting.
I'm not understanding, man, that we sit down and talk about football every week. We watch football every day, and there's man that I don't really know that are now the most expensive footballers on earth.
Bigger GDPs than some countries, which is nuts.
I don't think that it's mad that I'm a bit like
No.
Because
It's
there's guys that have
ridiculous.
played, like there's man that have got
30
10
games.
goals. Man, have got under 50
Career
caps.
goals. Yeah.
50 senior appearances.
What is that? What is what?
In leagues that aren't in the top 5 leagues.
Yeah, like, it's crazy.
Have we
It's
worked
been
out.
justified as well.
And the thing is as well, do you know why it's weird? It's happening like regardless of Antony and Grealish and Darwin Núñez. They've already all happened.
Yeah.
Varying degrees of success or failure, however you want to look at it. But then it's like that happened, and instead of man saying, "Raw, look, see, you got to fucking don't chill out."
Yeah.
They're saying,
Don't
"Nah,
get your hands burnt.
let's go more ham." Like what the fuck?
Just turn it up. Yeah. This current football
I think
bubble,
it was
it has to burst.
I think it was Ross McCormack that threw everything off kilter.
What a player.
No, on my life, yeah.
What a player.
I can't remember who was at in the Championship, but he moved.
Aston Villa.
He moved to Fulham for £15 million in the Championship. Yeah, was that like 7-8 years ago?
Yeah. You're not chatting shit.
That was
He
when he
was a
was
bagsman,
bagging
though.
it.
Yeah, but he didn't bag Fulham. That's the one for me. When a Championship player went from a Championship team to another Championship team for over 5 million.
And that's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago.
There was one person though that was kind of fucking up. Jordan Rhodes. Jordan Rhodes was fucking up.
Rhodes.
Yo.
I had him in the same kind of pool as Patrick Bamford like back
Yeah.
in the day.
Disrespect.
Pukey.
Don't
Connor
disrespect.
Wickham,
Don't
Patrick
disrespect
Bamford,
Jordan Rhodes.
The great
like that.
Jordan Rhodes.
What happens to these
I don't know
people?
where he's playing this
Hey,
trade.
Connor Wickham.
Right,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah,
He's
that kind
somewhere
of
nuts.
that kind of crew. Yeah.
No. He's
Like-
somewhere nuts.
Like
I've seen him on
Forest Green or
TV.
something.
Yes.
Who's managing Forest Green now?
Duncan.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
What you guys remember the big lad, John Stead? Did you guys follow him?
Instead.
I used to rate him.
Yeah, so did I.
He's a good footballer.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
There's
One or
that
two
Fraser
good
Campbell I
seasons.
used to like as well.
Where was John
The
Stead?
type
Was John
of
Stead at
players
Coventry as well?
Don't know if it was. I remember him from when he was at
Sheffield
Blue
United.
Team.
Coventry.
Was it Blue
He
Team?
might have been a Cov. Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
But
That's,
I
They
like
played
taking it
Premier
back.
League though.
Yeah.
Sheffield.
Probably.
I guess we're moving on from Brighton's massive. Before we move on, De Zerbi's Brighton versus Graham Potter's. Who's
Yes.
you?
Yes, we all know the answer. It's a
Deserves.
clear answer. This is we got one man, who was managing Shakhtar Donetsk. This is a serious European team. With all due respect,
I hate when man just disrespect.
Yeah.
Football, like it's so fucked, innit?
like Shakhtar Donetsk.
The Knicks.
Yeah, and then you have a man who is managing open universities, open universities, the diversity team.
You lot are
Yeah,
sick.
so
and Swansea.
exactly.
But let's move on to the dress rehearsal for the Premier League Championship title winning playoff, which is set to happen on, is it Feb 16th? I think
14th.
Man City.
No, 15.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, Walks, when you're ready, got a little quote here from Pep Guardiola.
Nice. Let's go. I was looking forward to this. I love a Friday night game, as you all know. There's nothing that comes close to a Friday night game under the lights. And this game did nothing but disappoint.
Yeah.
It was absolute horse.
Garbage.
Yeah. It
Not
was so
garbage,
bad.
garbage.
Maybe because I don't know. They're gonna say because we were Man United fans or something like that. But
Who's they? The game wasn't bad. I mean, the game wasn't good.
The game was garbage.
Yeah, the game wasn't good.
the game was
sorry. No,
garbage.
who's they?
No,
No, but I've got some things to
the
defend
football
this.
was garbage. Man City
It
was
was just a bit
garbage.
nothing.
Haaland was garbage.
Can I speak?
Arsenal weren't great until like
No, we weren't great at all.
Saka was garbage. It
And
was
the
just a
winning
garbage
goal
game.
off the swinger, Ake's swinger.
Guys,
No,
That was the best thing of the game.
Do not.
That finish,
right?
Do
that
not.
finish
Do
by
not.
Ake.
Wait, are we not
Cultured.
saying that's off the swinger?
That's the you know the small goals. You know the small goals in training.
Wait,
That's and you got the two at the east side.
Walks, that is the most Dutch
That's
goal. That is
Ake.
the most Dutch goal you're gonna see.
cannot
He's just
believe
concentrated. He
On the
said,
little
right,
goal.
it's the little goals. Ding ding. He
Bang.
knows the sound it makes. Kang. That is kang. Right foot. Kang.
Wooden leg.
Yeah, I know, but what it is he's Dutch, and what he knows is how to get the ball into
that section.
With pace.
Gaffers, let us know if Ake's goal was a
Do you think it's fluke?
swinger off the weak standing leg.
It was
The wooden
quality.
Oh, it's like a
On the weak
putter. It was
foot.
mad.
On the
mad.
weak
No, but you know the
like a hockey finish.
putt, you know the golf putt
Yeah.
when it's got a bit of that on it.
Bit swaz.
It's cold, man.
Yeah, but I think that sums up the game. But dress rehearsal. As far as dress rehearsal go, probably not the greatest. Do we think this has any impact on like what we see in the Prem? Arteta didn't show his full hand.
100,000%.
A lot of changes were afoot. Trossard got his start. Holding
It's good.
looked like he was going to get sent off again.
100,000%. Arteta won that game. Not the match.
Okay, the bigger picture.
The game. You may try and scorch his handwriting. Where's your glasses?
No, this is written in shorthand.
Man. Oh, us. And Man City won, but Arsenal don't. Pep. What the fuck? It's hieroglyphics.
Man City
Read the
won,
age of,
but Arsenal didn't lose.
Yeah. So my view on the game is
poetic.
Arsenal made 6 changes.
Yeah.
And first half was, people say Arsenal shaded it, but it's football. Just because you shade doesn't mean you should be ahead.
Yeah.
I thought Arteta saw enough, and he said second half, if we win this, I'm gonna make some changes. If we win it, well done. If we lose, it's okay because I've seen what I need to see. I believe that the powers that be at Arsenal don't think that a full strength City beat a full strength Arsenal.
Wow.
And if anyone thinks otherwise, I'll be surprised.
Fair.
You sound like an Arsenal fan.
He sounds like a man that saw a reasonably close game, but also realised he had Lokonga in the team.
Yeah.
I just want to say also,
Sambi, man. I think
Sam
he
Conga, man.
needs a loan.
I saw you in the barbers the other day, and I wished you the best of luck. But the pagan in me must have cursed the luck. As a Tottenham fan.
Hidden,
like
hidden
him,
in the words. Sambi.
Yeah, I don't like his attitude.
No,
Oh no, he's a good kid, man. He's a good kid, man.
Let's be. You
He
sounded
looks-
like Soonest.
He looks like
and the like.
Arsenal fans will probably agree with me. He looks like what's the word for him? What's the word? That's why Nketiah was cussing him on the documentary. Like
My friend.
soft.
he thinks he's bigger than he actually is. Like he only got the move to Arsenal
Was it offensive companies?
Off of a recommendation. It weren't no scouting system where Arsenal were chasing you for 2.5 to 3 years and thought, So, bro, you're lucky to even be here. So when you play, bro,
I think
just
he hasn't
listen.
played well.
Just listen when you're playing, bro. Because you're having Odegaard mid-game having to go mad at you on the pitch because you don't know your you don't know your positions or your role, bro. Do your role, bro, and stop complaining. When you play your best.
I feel like
that's your
Sambi
chance.
Is a casualty of Partey playing out of his skin and being fit, because he carried
his attitude.
He carried some weight for Arsenal when Partey was out raving in Woodford at is it Lizard Lounge.
His attitude is like he should be starting at Arsenal.
But I've not seen. You should have that as a player.
But when you actually play, actually show that you should be starting.
No, it's more recent times he's fallen off. When he started against,
he's soaking.
You know what that is though, Walks though.
He's soaking.
You're saying, and that's more recent time,
and that's against Oxford, and see.
Do you know what I thought when I was watching the Man City Arsenal game? I was thinking, Arsenal's levels gone up around him.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the same club that he joined.
Yeah.
And I think that's his. Might be what's going on.
I think he definitely hasn't given himself.
What I have noticed though in that
good
game
representation.
is that if Arsenal change any of that three in that middle of the pitch, the drop off in performance.
And Partey taken off with had to get an MRI scan, but they say rib injury. So
it's fine. It's fine.
You probably brush that off.
No, it's fine.
That's the only thing that.
So
tilapia and light soup.
Predictions wise, based on what we saw on Friday, when they got it, both full strength teams, because City only made 2 changes. Yeah,
City only have a full strength team.
Yeah, every game.
Okay, but they made 2 changes. So if they
Carl Walker came on and looked a little bit
against Martinelli,
it was
they might need to.
I didn't know where to look.
They need to.
Rico's
when Zinchenko lands, I think the first game was at Emirates, isn't it? If I don't think Man City survived that first 30 minutes.
That flurry.
Yeah, that flurry is not a nice flurry.
One thing I did like is when Zinchenko got surrounded at the end, and they were like mugging him off.
Wholesome culture.
Absolutely mugging him. He was trying to.
You know what I thought though? I've never this is a thing that I thought, but I've never seen that though.
Like an old player going back and getting.
No, like with this man, I didn't know these Man City lot were like that, which makes me think weird shit's happening.
When you say weird shit, they're gonna
like,
turn stuff around.
It's weird. Like it's not like you lot don't think, oh yeah, it's calm, we're just gonna win the league anyway. Like that's not what you think.
Okay.
Normally
there was more to it.
You don't move like this.
Interesting.
But yeah, Arsenal's gonna thump them up that first game. I don't know what's gonna happen at the Etihad.
Damn.
But I know that first 30 minutes, that flurry.
So you basically saying Arsenal are going to win the league then?
Nah, I don't think they're gonna win the league. They've got a good chance though.
Yeah, very good chance.
Yeah, Jack Grealish
they don't win the league.
Getting a contribution as well. Something that we can all celebrate, because it's time he starts paying the piper.
I'll be honest, like Jack Grealish is starting to make sense. Like he's not showing value for 100 M's.
Yeah, I can't even look at the figure anymore.
I'll let that go.
As a player, he's kind of contributing a little bit.
Yeah, like I think like he's adding something to the team. I'll tell you what we need to let go of. You see this concept of Pep and Spanish kind of football and let it go.
Oh no, that's
completely gone.
But he actually I think he come out a while ago and said he hates it. Yeah,
he said. So Arsenal play the best football in the league. Yeah, like it's not. And by the way, when I say the best football in the league, I mean you see the brand of football Pep Guardiola came and introduced over here. Arsenal play that better than Man City do now. Like Man City have got worse.
There's an end product
to
their football.
Man City have got worse and Arsenal have got better from a footballing perspective, in my point of view anyway. But like Pep had a really interesting quote. Like they said, like, were you surprised by Mikel's tactic? Going man to man today? And he said, it's a game. It's a game where you provoke long ball, second ball. Long ball, second ball. Yeah, it's a game. The game, you win the second ball, it's attack for you. Then win the second ball, it's attack for them. It's 50-50 game. I said, what the fuck am I listening to? Because you sound like Sean fucking Dyche right now, bro. You sound like Sam Allardyce right now, my bro. But everybody's going to look at you like a genius. And I'm looking at this here and I'm saying, raw, Mikel Arteta's playing your style of football and it's got you competing for second balls with £100 million players.
I see
Your words, not mine.
Yeah, I see it differently to you, know. I feel like having flexibility and having different ways of getting a job done, I think it's like commendable.
No, I'm so with you in that, yeah. But the thing is that that's exactly why we praised Pep. We called Pep, we lauded him as a genius. Fucking record breaker.
Greatest team we've ever seen.
This great shit. Because he came here and refused not to adapt his way of playing football and get slapped around by clubs like Everton in his first season to finish fourth.
He did say he had to change it. And Ten Hag always mentions it. He says, when Pep came, he told me that I underestimated football physicality. Yeah, has to change.
But the reality is everybody said Pep's great because everybody said he couldn't play like that here. And then he played like that and then he won the league. So which is it? Like, do we praise him for being stubborn or are we rating him for changing and being second now?
All right.
All depends on the end result if he wins or not.
By the way, I just want to point this out as well. I changed my stance on Pep. He's so clearly the greatest manager ever. Do you know why? Because you see when Pep gets it wrong, no, you see when Jose gets it wrong, like he gets sacked, Ancelotti, he leaves at the end of the season, Klopp, the players die. Like all this stuff happens. When Pep gets it wrong, he just finishes second.
Finishes as runner-up in the
Just
final.
finishes second.
Yeah. It's different kind of level that he's brought to the game. Any more on FA Cup results?
Before we move on from Arsenal, Leandro Trossard looks very frightening.
Better than Martinelli.
Frightening.
He's better than Martinelli.
I think it's better than Martinelli.
This is the first time I'm going to say it on the pod. Now you're bleeding. You're bleeding.
He had a couple shots on his left, innit? So obviously
He had one.
he's looking frightened.
He weren't looking frightening, Jess.
Okay.
He just looked like he should be at Arsenal.
Okay.
Do you think he's going to challenge Martinelli or push him for that starting spot
100%.
anytime soon?
I don't change what I said. He definitely looked frightening. Everyone said that. I don't know if you actually watched the game in its entirety or if you watched highlights or if you saw bits and pieces.
The deluded.
I watched the whole game.
He thinks that you're some young 13-year-old Twitter fan.
Oh, you think I watched the
comps
on TikTok?
Comps of them Arsenal Twitter guys.
No. But honestly, though, Trossard frightening.
You looked good.
Yeah,
very good.
I think
But I don't know.
frightening is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mbappe's frightening.
All depends on how you want to interpret what I said. Yeah. I'm sticking with frightening.
I think I saw a lot of Arsenal fans agreeing with you, Jess, as well. To be honest with you.
I think you know what he looked like. He looked like a good signing.
Yeah, very good signing. He fits in like a glove.
Yeah. I guess we're allowed hyperbole on a podcast
But we know
where we
what
can
Arsenal fans are like, though.
jazz it up and exaggerate and
Our
whatnot.
party
But then I
was-
think that probably goes to show the contrast and highlights where Martinelli probably hasn't been clicking as much as Saka and Nketiah, as I've said in the last couple of weeks. Trossard, it's like a breath of fresh air.
But I feel like
I wouldn't like to
ESR's
play
injured
against
again, innit?
Oh, is it?
Who is?
That's sad, man.
ESR's
No,
injured.
I don't really celebrate
You're number
injuries
10
of other teams'
Yeah,
players.
so it's a good thing you got Trossard, to be honest with you, because
Don't you think though Martinelli's thing isn't so much to be as like raw, like I'm out here to like be some, do the right thing. He's here for chaos.
No,
Yeah,
absolute
he's
chaos.
absolute chaos.
I think it helped when he was up against Kyle Walker, who didn't seem up to pace, and he had him on the back foot a bit, a couple of times. He took him down the line and down the byline as well, which was.
I remember a couple years
crazy.
back on the pod, early in the pod, I said, "Yo, this Trossard kid looks alright," and you said he's air.
Yeah, I've been
saying.
No, he's been
for
trying to
time.
promote him, and now he's got a new one. He's trying to promote. I kind of like, and I'm starting to like him.
Bring it to the fore. Who's Solly? Oh no, Solly has stepped up.
You've been trying to promote this guy. as
Fam,
well.
got to say both names.
Solly.
It's not March.
Can't say March about Solly.
Solly March, yeah.
Damn.
Random. So I just want to point this out.
Please.
As well, so random. So just whilst we said Solly March, today Lewis Dunk, when they was asking him about the last time that they played Liverpool, he couldn't remember the score. And they had to remind him it was 4-1.
Say. Hey, 1 second though. Just before we get off FA Cup, yeah.
Success is crazy. Look what it does to people.
Pascal's the greatest ever to live. That's it.
We're going to talk about a brace. Man United did play. We haven't spoken about Man United. They played against Reading at home. Old Trafford welcoming Paul Ince, the governor. The self-proclaimed governor, welcoming him back.
No, don't do that. He was the governor.
He's a snake.
It's self-proclaimed.
Yeah, but he
hated it. That's
he
why
was the governor, though.
There's only one
Paul
guy.
Ince, the governor, came back, and before the game, he was like, "I cannot wait to sit down with Erik ten Hag after the game and talk about how they kind of roll
Some tactics.
get some gelato going in his office." But yeah, United turned them over. Made hard work of it, I think, in parts. But yeah, the difference seemed to be Casemiro.
I just want to say, like, I don't even want to talk about the Man United
Plaudits
performance.
are-
I just want to
plaudits are crazy.
understand, how dare you guys compare Thomas Partey with the great Cascal?
They compared
Hess.
Frenkie de Jong as well.
How? Hess. Wrong and strong. What we playing there? Wrong and strong. How can you compare?
It's got to be Casemiro.
And you know what was funny as well? I'm so glad that Rashford done that to Partey in that game, because that just ended all the discussions.
Facts.
I'm done.
I don't know how we compare them either.
Cascal thing.
It's ridiculous.
Cascal thing. It's ridiculous.
Casca dominated them in the Spanish league, and now he's gonna do the same in the Premier League.
Yeah, come on. You see the goals and assists he's getting from DM now.
Ridiculous.
No one even.
The contributions.
I knew you.
Who didn't know?
The contributions are getting a little bit.
bro.
Pause it, please.
Who didn't know?
Contributions are getting a
Bro,
bit
we've been
nasty.
trying to
He's
tell
got
guys.
more. He's got the most GA
I've
for
been
the
saying
DM.
Casemiro for ages.
No.
please.
The guy who just used to
Casemiro.
pass 5 yards
Carlos.
to Modric and Tony Kroos and do
The
nothing.
water carrier for them
just
two.
the water carrier. He did nothing. Ready, steady Eddie. He is. Steady Eddie.
That is just
Steady Eddie.
That looks
Steady
that,
Eddie.
Steady Eddie.
that's
Steady
looking nasty
That
right
is
now.
looking very
as I say.
bad.
But
That's the
SB,
new joint, isn't it?
That's bad.
are you happy with everything with United over the last week or so? Wow, what is that? Yeah, Jesus. I think my heart rate's going talking
Yeah.
about Casemiro.
They're bleeding.
Yeah, you happy with everything with United? Any more business? I think Ten Hag said that if the right player's available, we are always
Poor Ten Hag,
always
man.
ready.
Don't you just feel sorry for Ten Hag? He's like one of them guys that, you know, when like if you're poor and you give them your basics
Bread.
and they just whip up and
Tomatoes,
they
a
whip
mad
up
meal,
a mad
gourmet.
meal.
He's the wing chef.
Yeah, it's like he's
Wait,
that.
what?
After spending all that money,
the basics
in Harrods.
Yeah. You know, when you give someone
He
the
shops in
basics.
John Lewis.
Like he's shopping in like
You-
Netto and them
okay,
places
wait,
right now.
SB's pleading poverty, you know, after
like
United
he's-
spent.
but that's what
I
Ten
don't
Hag.
think,
80
I don't
on
think that
Antony.
the spending's even the big thing. For me, what Ten Hag's done, which no one else had the balls to do, is drop Harry Maguire.
No, he's done a lot of different
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Maguire.
No, the list is long.
Ronaldo.
I'm with you on that. Also, be brave enough to fucking say, Lindelof, stop fucking stitching Aaron Wan-Bissaka and swapping Maguire and Lindelof. You lot are gonna, man, not gonna brush me, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, because they had Maguire playing left centre back, and now Lindelof plays left centre back, and Lindelof ain't first team, so you need to think about that. Yeah. He's not playing him there because he
Ten
thinks he's sick at football, is he?
Yeah, but it's really
You know what, though?
There's no poverty. There's no like. I don't agree.
Ten
man.
Hag.
He's not a scratch cook. Like
No.
making him out to be.
I'm not
But
saying he
Wout
couldn't.
Weghorst did run his own P to get here.
He didn't.
I'm saying, yeah, obviously you signed Martinez because you're in need of a centre back, yeah.
5'5", remember?
Yeah, you haven't heard his hype mentioned for probably
A long
about
time. 5'5",
63
5'5".
podcasts now.
He has bagged the head
Which
of
is
them.
true.
5'5".
Yeah,
The only person
bag
to
ahead
score
of
against
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yeah, the only one. But yeah, I wouldn't
Weird
say it's
header as
probably
well.
though, because the midfield obviously signed Casemiro.
Wow, Weghorst.
What's that?
Do you know what it is? You man are just doing
names.
the way you man are flipping the thing is messed.
Bro, he's from
Because you got
Burnley.
Casemiro on one hand.
Yeah. That's
And
one
Wout.
extreme. Wout.
But you also
Wow.
signed Martinez and
That's the sign of the
Malacia.
police.
Anthony?
Yeah.
They
I
say,
thought-
they say,
Wait.
They say Malacia. differently.
Malacia,
They
no
say
one
Malacia.
rated.
But I'm-
No one rated Malacia.
I don't want to say you guys spent a lot of money because
No
you
one
have to
rated
spend money,
Malacia.
yeah. But I'm
Ericsson,
saying
there was like,
like
why are we fighting
you can't-
Brentford for Ericsson?
you can't say that
All of our signings were bad signings.
you can't say
First
that
up then.
he took like scraps.
Casemiro only
He was
came
in
for
the back of
cash.
the cupboard, yeah.
Casemiro only came for cash.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Malacia was in the Europa
I don't
League
understand
in the same
what the
Dutch
point of
league
your
in the
argument
same
is.
Dutch league as Antony that gets
Wait,
ripped.
I don't understand
Can
what
we,
your argument
speak
is.
can we speak a little bit about Malacia?
I like him. I think
like
he's
him a lot,
good
man.
backup. He did his job. Got Shaw taking over again
hot.
as Shaw needs. Every now and again, he's a little bit of competition. I like him, man. He shows
heart's in the right
too
place.
much desire.
Yeah, a bit.
Where are you at this with Malacia?
I saw him about maybe like the third game or fourth game of the season, trying to do that inverted fullback thing on the left, and he's not
good enough.
He's not a football player like that in the middle. I don't think it's comfortable.
I think it's alright.
I think he's
you know,
good.
Yeah.
No, I said, I saw it in like the third or fourth game of the season.
He's not
trying to do
Zinchenko.
it,
He's definitely not
yeah,
Zinchenko.
But I guess doing normal wing back stuff is alright. He's willing.
Do you know what
He's good on the
with
ball.
Malacia? His attitude here, and I think, you know where I'm used to looking at shit guys for Man U, no disrespect, but I'm looking at,
What, Alexander Butler?
No. I was going to say, you know where you're used to looking at jokers? See, when man are jokers, yeah, it changed, like, you accept different things. So, like, when Malacia first come, because he's the exact opposite of a joker, he works better hard, like, he takes the game serious. I think I thought he was better than he was.
Okay. It was a breath of fresh air type.
He is, man.
And now, I just think he's young,
Willing.
Tenacious.
He's not shit. Like, he's not shit. Like,
But he's
see
not
all the
great.
shit things, he's not shit.
Yep.
But you see all the sick things, he's not necessarily them either. But his attitude is sick.
A1.
So we start getting into the...
And when he's playing alongside people like Martinez,
Starts
they're
getting-
going to G you all the way up.
I kind of
It's
like...
good, man.
I think he's good for the...
Martinez.
Do you know what I
Squad.
think he's good for? The squad. And not... I don't mean like, oh, like we got somebody to come to the bench. I mean like, that's the right kind of attitude, atmosphere.
You need those people.
Like,
Yeah.
he's a soldier.
It's good,
He's the
man.
first one off the boat.
I remember Ten Hag said he wanted to sign him after he saw him play against Antony at final, and I think he locked Antony up.
They're gonna say it's not too
That
hard.
would be an easy lock. You know?
They're gonna say what?
They're gonna say it's not that hard.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like that he would lock.
Not Eredivisie Antony.
I don't.
Man, come on, man. Because that's Eredivisie Malacia. That's like
Home.
I heard the man say shades of Evra.
Wait, no, I'm definitely getting. I am definitely
Feeling it,
getting
seen it.
shades of error of Malacia.
Shading.
It's the same.
Oh.
We got Evra from Monaco for some little stupid
Change.
price.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one knew who he
People
was.
weren't sure.
People weren't sure at 1st People
I
weren't
just-
sure Malacia.
I need the leap though. Until I see the
It's
leap,
there. It's there.
And
I
fair.
ain't seen the
Yeah.
leap.
I think
man.
he's
the Evra leap.
You'll be surprised, man.
He's different.
Ten's cooking, man. Ten's cooking.
It's good, man. It's looking good. Any more on anything? We've kind of we've made wine from water. Not loads of games. Not
It's
not
Rashford,
loads
the
of-
player of the season so far.
Yes.
at Man United.
No.
Is he better than Saka?
Oh, what, in the whole of the Prem.
I heard someone say on the radio the other day, it was TalkSport. I was like, he's had a good post World Cup.
12 games.
He scored like I think 10 goals.
I believe. I think he's played 10 games since. Yeah, I think it's 10 goals in 10 games. since
So I was
World
like, wow, he must have like if he had a good season, he must have like 19 Prem goals. He's got 9, which is good, but that tells me that before the World Cup he wasn't doing very well.
in terms of goals, all round performance has been night
Better.
and day compared to that 18
Scored
months.
against Arsenal. He scored against.
No, I'm
scored
saying,
against
yeah,
Liverpool.
is his performances
It's just he's not
since the
doing
World
back
Cup
to back.
good enough for him to be up there as one of the players of the season?
It is.
I'm sick. I heard it. And I thought about it.
Post World Cup, yeah, I think before World Cup was good, but now he's cooking on absolute gas. But then I don't know if you say, well, people probably do look at
I
it
think they do,
like
yeah,
that because I've seen some weird player of the seasons been handed up.
I feel like Rashford is like having one of the
Purplest.
better. He's having one of the better seasons, but he's also in form.
Purple patch.
Yeah.
One of the purplest of
He's in
patches.
form.
Have you?
He's
you-
purple
you-
Aki
you
patch.
know, I've seen him do 20+ goals already with a broken back,
with the broken back. He
Was it
carried
back or
us.
shoulder?
back and shoulder.
It's because Ole kept.
So
playing.
I'm not kind of surprised that he's bagging goals because he's done it before. But I
He
get
says things have
people
changed
forget.
away from the pitch, which will
Forget.
probably come out in some autobiography at some point. But yeah,
Or a long tweet.
Now everyone's doing it. You got Djokovic, Kimmich.
yeah, the whole
Novak did as well,
who
yeah?
started
He
it,
done at the Australia Open.
the whole who
What
started
did he win?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course he
10,
did.
was it 10?
10th one.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm seeing bare people saying Rashford.
Bentner done it first.
No, he didn't.
Like,
Yeah.
It's not about who done it first though.
Thuram.
so mad
Strong
the
man.
way they've. I think it's so mad the way like your brand can like overpower something.
It's different though.
It is different.
It hits different.
He's copied and stolen the man's. Do you know what it's
Who did
like?
what?
It's like. Do you know what it's like? I'll tell you exactly what it's like. It's like you doing the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration, yeah, but you go like this, that way.
Nah, man.
Wait, who did it first then?
Bro, Thuram's been
Mark
doing
Thuram
this.
Has that?
Strong mind.
Who knows Thuram?
What is Rashford doing when he does? What is this?
Concentrate.
Dragon Ball Z, suppose.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
But what's this? 'Cause I see him do this as well.
No,
That's the wind up.
He was
Get
like,
the crowd.
he didn't know what, like,
Get
it's
crowds.
changing now, innit? He's trying to morph.
Evolving.
You know what
It's
I do like?
Because that's Haaland's thing as
It's
well.
evolving.
Do you not remember when he nearly ripped the Ronaldo?
He was close.
He went
Remember-
and then he said himself.
He said those days are done. But no, he's looking very, very good. Garnacho, sharp, very exciting. He is probably the opposite style of Antony in terms of keeping it. There's few chances yesterday or instances where he could have passed, but that guy has no issue or love for United. He is there as a stepping stone. He will be at Madrid in 2 or 3 years.
Do you know who I kind of like? And I don't know why I like him.
Fred.
No.
Pastor Fred.
Pastor
No.
Fred.
Like
Everyone has
Pastor
to like
Fred?
Pastor Fred.
No, he's cool. Like I tried to tell you, lot, Fred higher up his D's.
Fred is good, man.
I've been saying to you, lot, Fred higher up his D's. And you lot laugh.
I've never slated Fred.
Shout out to Carlos. He says I'm mad.
Yeah.
I say he says every time Fred does some shit, he's Fred higher up. Boom. Is it for Kunda?
Pelestri.
I'm glad he's getting minutes, man. Glad he's getting minutes.
Because he's small, but he doesn't really seem to care about anybody. And
He's I like
he's here
him.
to play football. What's his position?
They play him on like the right hand side.
Yeah, he's a midfielder, surely.
He could probably do like a cute one matter, like not hug the touchline.
He's giving
I
me
don't know
that.
if he's not probably gonna beat people down the outside
Because
a
if
million
Antony
times a
can't,
game.
he's not doing it.
Pelestri, I'm just glad he's getting minutes because him and Ahmad were like part of that be loaned out thing.
I'm hearing
player
things.
of the month, team of the month. Ahmad
Women.
is cooking in that champ, which is good. Because I was like approaching the point where I weren't sure.
Wow.
Did he
Did
link Stevie G?
Yes.
Yes.
Or was it Van Broncos?
He was at Rangers
Gio.
last year.
Gio.
Yeah.
Gio had a tough time, innit?
It was
It
bad.
weren't the same.
Yeah.
Maybe
This
Gerrard
is
good
the
at
first
managing.
loan he's had, which has been alright, to be honest with you. It's just kicked on.
Ahmad.
Yeah.
It's good, man. Good to see.
Couple of G's.
Yeah. Any more in the footballing world?
Oh, yeah.
I'm alright.
Juventus, you are in big trouble, but we'll talk about that another
Shout
time.
out my guy Caicedo if you want to. If there's a place called
Weston McKennie
Tottenham.
coming to these shores. He's coming to the US embassy that is now Leeds. Yeah, there's a clause where they have to buy him if they stay up, and he makes 10 appearances. So Weston McKennie might be here to
Oh,
stay.
he's gonna. Or maybe.
Everyone
He
seems-
might go proxy to somewhere else. Scorch. I know
Everyone
you
seems to be running away from Juve, innit?
Yeah, run,
No.
run
They've
fast.
been trying to fuck him off. He
And what,
don't
Pog-
get twisted.
oh,
He
Pogba
don't
still
want to
hasn't
be
minutes.
in Leeds.
No.
Don't get zanged. I know his mate's there and his stepdad's there, but he does not want to be playing for
Juve
Leeds.
got lawyers to pay, man.
Stupid.
They got a team to pay, a defence team. But I guess that is the end of our weekend review, where we've jumped from FA Cup to Prem to Serie A. But this is the Gaffers Show. Yeah, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back next week. Peace.